Hi there, students. I thought I would work out a couple of problems that we did, like ones we did in class today. So I'm going to be real quick. I only have time to work a couple out, and then I have to head out. So in the first problem, I'm going to work on x minus 1 over x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. And in this case, the first step I have is I find out what my denominator cannot be. And x cannot equal -2 because it'll make my denominator 0. So I make a number line and I put 2 and I put an open circle. It will always be an open circle where the denominator is 0. So my next step is I solve for x. And I do this by setting it equal and then cross multiplying. So x minus 1 is equal to 0. Add 1. And so x is equal to 1. So I go up to my graph, I put a 1 there, I know it's going to be greater than or equal to, so I put a dot there. And now I pick a number, and I'm going to pick 0. And I'm going to see if 0 can be a solution. 0 minus 1/2 over 0 plus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. And it says -1/2 is greater than or equal to 0, which is not true. Bam. So I know that my arrows are going to point outwards. Now, this means that my x values are going to be less than -2, and my x values are going to be greater than or equal to 1. And that's what my inequality would be. My next one that I'm going to choose to do is going to be 2t plus 7 over t minus 4 is greater than or equal to 3. Over 1. So, oops, I don't do this yet. I was jumping the gun. So I say t minus 4 is equal to 0, and I see what it cannot equal, and t cannot equal 4, because my denominator would be 0. So I put a 4 right here, I put an open circle. My next thing is I set them equal to each other and cross multiply, and that's what I was starting at there. So I'm going to be left with 2t plus 7 is equal to 3 times t minus 4. So, in this case, I have to distribute 2t plus 7, and then I want my t's to be positive, so I'm going to subtract t, and I'm going to add 12. So I'm going to end up with 19 is equal to t. So I'm going to have 19 right there. Now I'm going to have a closed dot because it's going to include 19 in my answer. And now I'm going to have to pick a number, and I'm going to pick 0 again and see if 0 is going to be part of my solution. So it's going to be 0 plus 7 over 0 minus 4, and that has to be greater than or equal to 3. And I know that -7/4 is not greater than or equal to 3. So it's going to be the middle part is the solution. And how I write this is 4 is going to be less than x greater than is going to be less than or equal to 19. So 4 is going to be less than x, and it's going to be less than or equal to 19. So hopefully that'll help you tonight with your homework.